Now, who doesn't want a better, longer, more enjoyable sex life? And if I told you that by doing just a few pelvic floor muscle exercises every day, you could be well on your way to fulfilling that dream, let me explain in a bit more detail. You may not believe this, but there is a survey out there called the Orgasm Survey where nearly 5,000 women have taken part in answering questions relating to their sex life, and apparently most of them are not getting the kind of orgasms they deserve. The ones, however, who bother to exercise their pelvic floor claim to experience significant improvements in their sex lives and in the frequency and intensity of their vaginal orgasms. The key finding is the unequivocal evidence that a strong pelvic floor is key to a better sex life and plays a major role in the ability to achieve orgasm. The pelvic floor is one of the most under-exercised muscles in the body. Lack of effective exercise, childbirth and menopause mean that there's often a lack of sufficient contact between the vaginal wall and the penis, so your G-spot doesn't get the stimulation it needs. Exercising the pelvic floor develops a much greater awareness of the pelvic floor, the vaginal walls and the G-spot, and builds the neural pathways between the brain and the vagina that lead to more frequent orgasms of greater intensity. Improving the pelvic floor muscle tone means you become more aware of your muscles and can contract your vagina at will to squeeze your partner during intercourse, and this benefits both of you. The importance of the pelvic floor and the use of pelvic floor training to improve orgasm was first publicised following clinical trials way back in 1952 by Arnold Kegel. He said, "Sexual feeling within the vagina is closely related to muscle tone and can be improved through muscle education and resistive exercise." 78 of 123 women complaining explicitly of sexual deficits achieved orgasm following the training. Sadly, through no fault of their own, most women don't know how to exercise this muscle correctly and confidently. So, I'm going to attempt to explain as clearly and as explicitly as I can how to work the pelvic floor muscle properly. So, the easiest way to find the pelvic floor is to stop your flow of wee the next time you're on the loo. Really, that's basically the easiest way to do it. But another way to find the muscles is by imagining you're trying to pick up a pea with a straw that is just tucked up inside your vagina. Probably not your normal Friday night sport, but effective for this purpose nonetheless. Try not to squeeze your bum or your tummy while you're doing it though, because you're actually attempting to draw in and lift up the vaginal and bum muscles. So now, while you're doing that, squeeze the muscles as tight as you can for a couple of seconds. I'll do it with you. And then relax. Keep going if you can and count how many Kegels you can comfortably do in a row. And that's your base level. You can use it to measure your progress if you want. And if you only managed a few, then that's how many you should try to do each time you practice. Okay, so feet, make sure they are hip width apart, a slight bend in the knees, and then you're going to tilt your pelvis under. Tilt the pelvis under so you lose that lower curve in your back. Roll your shoulders back and down, long neck, boobs out, eye line forward. Take a breath in, tummy expands as you breathe out. You're going to drop your chin to your chest, up and over your ribs, and just let the weight of your head and your shoulders and your arms drag you down to the floor. Breathe in at the bottom, through the nose, breathe out through the mouth. Pull your tummy back towards the spine, roll your shoulders back, and the head's the last thing to come up. 2 more, breathe in, and then exhale. Drop the chin to the chest, up and over the ribs. Just let the weight of your body pull you down. Keep that soft bend in the knees, breathe in at the bottom, and then exhale. Pelvic floor muscles switched on. Roll the shoulders back. Head comes up last, and 1 more. Breathe in, and then exhale out through the mouth. Chin to the chest, up and over the ribs, and just slowly roll down. Make sure you're not rocking forwards or backwards on your hips. Breathe in at the bottom, and exhale. Get as much curl through your spine as you can. Open up the shoulders. Head's the last thing to come up, and then go down onto the floor, onto the mat. Feet flat on the floor, your knees bent, and find neutral spine. All right, make sure you've got a nice broad chest. You're in neutral spine. Eye line and boobs pointing right up towards the ceiling. Take a breath in, and you're expanding tummy. Breathe out. Tummy back down towards the spine. 3 more of those, breathing in. And then as you exhale, pull your tummy right back down towards the spine and really switch on your pelvic floor muscle. Breathe in again. Through the nose, breathe out. Sink the tummy. Last one, breathe in. And then exhale. Breathe in again through the nose. And as you breathe out this time, you're sinking your tummy and just pushing your lower back into the mat. Breathe in, back to neutral. Exhale. Sink the tummy, push the lower back into the mat and back into neutral. Make sure your shoulders are still nice and broad. 2 more breaths. Breathe in. Breathe out. Massaging your lower spine. Last one. Breathe in. And then out. Back to neutral on the inhale. And this time breathe out. Sink the tummy. Push the lower spine into the mat, and then you're going to start to peel the rest of your spine up off the mat, 1 bone at a time. Go up as high as you can. Hips are as high as you can get them. Take a breath in. 10 little pulses up towards the ceiling. 1, 2, just from the hips. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Hold it there, breathe in. Imagine you've got a little golf ball between your knees. Breathe out, little 10 little pulses. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So butt and hamstrings are really screaming. Take a breath in. Transfer all your weight onto your right hip. Breathe out. Extend your left leg and point your toe right up towards the ceiling. Breathe in. Lower it down to about 45 degrees. Exhale. Breathe in and lower. Breathe out. That's 2. We've just got 6 of these. 3. Make sure your hips are nice and high. 4, 5. Push your triceps into the mat. Last one. Take a breath in. Bend that left leg. Put the left foot down, back onto the floor. Breathe in. Transfer all your weight now into your left hip. Exhale. Right toe right up towards the ceiling. Straight, strong leg. Inhale down. Exhale up. Another 4. Keep the hips up nice and high. Make sure they're the same height. Triceps are still pushing into the mat. Oh, I've lost count already. 1 more. And then breathe and bend your knee again. Hold it here for an inhale. Breathe out through the mouth. Tummy back towards the spine. Now you're putting your spine back down onto the mat, 1 bone at a time. Careful that your shoulders don't roll forward though as you do that. Back into neutral. Breathe in. Exhale, sink the tummy. Pull the tummy back. Push the lower spine into the mat and then start to peel the spine up off the mat, 1 bone at a time. Imaginary golf ball between the knees. Keep the hips up nice and high. Take a breath in. 10 little pulses up towards the ceiling again. Make sure you've got your curtain shut. Most people might think you're a bit weird. 7, 8, 9, 10. Hold it there. Breathe in. Nice broad shoulders. Eye line up towards the ceiling. Exhale. Golf ball between your knees. Last lot of 10. Breathe in and out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Hold it there for the breath in. And then as you breathe out, very slowly curl your spine. Watch that the shoulders don't roll forward. All the way back down to neutral. Good. From there, breathe in. Tummy expands, breathe out. Sink the tummy. Make sure you're completely still through your core and your right leg comes up to a 90-degree angle. Breathe in. Breathe out through the mouth. Really strong through the stomach. No movement through the pelvis as you bring your left leg up to join it. Squeeze your knees and heels together and just hold it here for a few breaths. Breathe in. Tummy's expanding, breathe out. Tummy sinks. Keep the shoulders broad. Breathe in and out. Push your lower back into the mat if you need to. Breathe in. Keep squeezing your knees and heels together. Out. 2 more breaths. And out. Now take your arms out to the side. Palms are facing up towards the ceiling. As you breathe in, you're going to drop your hips down to the right. As you breathe out, extend your legs, point your toes, make sure your toes are the same length and height. Breathe in again, bend the knees, and then exhale, using your tummy muscles to drag you back to the center. And then on the inhale, you drop down to the left. Knees should be the same height. Exhale, straighten the legs. Keep looking straight up if you can. Breathe in and bend the knees, and then breathe out. Use your tummy muscles to drag you back to the center again. Good. Inhale down to the right. And breathe out and lengthen the legs. Keep your shoulders down away from your ears. Breathe in and bend, and then exhale. Back to the center. Inhale down to the left. Exhale, straighten the legs. Keep your shoulder blades on the floor. Breathe in, and then out. And again, nice and slowly and controlled. Breathe in, shoulder blades stay on the floor. Exhale, straighten the legs, point the toes, squeeze your inner thighs together. Inhale, bend, and then breathe out really deeply into tummy as you come back towards the center. Inhale down to the left. Knees are the same height, so you might need to lift up out of your hips. Exhale, straighten the legs. Inhale, bend, and then breathe out. Back to the center. 1 more each side. Shoulders down away from your ears. Push the triceps into the floor. Breathe in and out. Last one. Drop your knees down to the left. Exhale, straighten. Inhale, bend, and then breathe out. Back to the center. Brilliant. Now just readjust to make sure you're in your neutral spine. Fingertips pointing up towards the ceiling. Take a breath in. Then as you breathe out, chin to the chest, straighten the legs, drop your shoulders down away from your ears. Breathe in. Looks easier than it actually is. Breathe out. Chin into the chest, shoulders down away from the ears. Breathe in. We're just warming up for hundreds. Exhale. Chin into the chest, straighten the legs, point the toes. Breathe in and back down. 2 more. Last one, we'll stay up and go straight into hundreds. Exhale. Chin into the chest and in 2, 3, 4, 5. Out 2, 3, 4, 5. In 2, 3, 4, 5. In 2, 3, 4, 5. Out 2, 3, 4, 5. Just keep trying to come up a little bit higher. Keep your chin tucked into your chest. Make sure you can feel it in tummy. You're trying to keep tummy sinking every time you exhale. Now I've lost count. I reckon there's 10 more. Hold it there for the inhale. Come up a little bit higher as you breathe out. Oh, and then relax. Just bring your knees in towards your chest. It's for a little bit of a breather, not much. And then take knees back up. Fingertips onto your knees. Take a breath in. And then breathe out. Chin into the chest. Take a breath in here. And then as you exhale, straighten your right leg. Keep this left knee bent. And try and keep a nice 90-degree angle. Inhale and bend. Exhale, straighten the left leg. Keep your shoulders down away from your ears. Inhale, bend. Exhale. Use the breath. Keep breathing. Make sure that leg's going straight out in front. 5 more. 1, 2, 3, 4, last one, 5. Take your hands behind your head. The legs are doing the same thing, but you're crisscrossing. So you're going nipple to knee, trying to keep everything from the waist down still. So you're just twisting from the waist and coming up a little bit higher towards the knee. Elbows are wide though. It's not elbow, it's nipple. 5 more. Chin tucked into the chest. Last one. Knees into your chest and just relax for a second. If that's not hurting your tummy, there's something wrong with you. Okay, now this is the killer. These are killer ones. So we'll do 5, 6, 5, 5, 5, 5. So back up into your 90 degrees, fingertips up towards the ceiling, shoulder blades planted on the mat. Push your lower back into the mat just to protect it. And you're going to come up on the inhale. So you breathe in, chin into the chest, legs are straight. Exhale, circle your arms. Inhale, come up a little bit higher. And then exhale, back down again. Definitely going to do 5, not 6. Breathe in. Straighten the arms, shoulders down away from your ears. Exhale, circle the arms. Inhale, back up. And then exhale, back down again. And yes, you are supposed to be shaking violently all over. Inhale. Exhale, circle the arms. Inhale, come up. Exhale, down. Last 2. Breathe in. And out. Circle the arms. Inhale, up. Doesn't matter if you can't get all the way up. Something to work towards. Inhale. Exhale, circle the arms. Inhale, up. It's the last one. And then exhale, down again. And then crack. Just bring your knees into your chest for a little rest. And then straighten your legs and your arms. Shoulders down away from your ears. Or just stay here for a little bit longer because it's stretching and it's nice. And then you're going to come up to sitting. So on the inhale, you lift your head and your shoulders up off the mat, and then on the exhale, you drag yourself all the way up to sitting. And then from there, you're going to roll back down again. So take a breath in, roll the shoulders back and down, breathe out, roll away from your hips, sink back down, slowly, slowly, and controlled. And then take your arms over your head. From there, breathe in, come up to, it's called a shoulder lift. Exhale, doesn't really matter what it's called. Exhale, back up. One more, breathe in and out. Roll away from your thighs, slowly lower down. Control the arms over your head. Last one, inhale and then exhale. You're actually trying to resist yourself as you come back up. Resist yourself, that's not very good English. Feet bent, knees bent, feet flat on the floor. Take a breath in, and you're going to roll away from your thighs, but you've got to come back up again. So don't go too far. Feet stay flat on the floor. It's when you feel that kind of shaking through the tummy or the tummy popping. Take a breath in, and then exhale. Curl, and come back up to sitting. From there, again, breathe in. Tummy expands, breathe out. Pull away from the thighs. Roll down to the mat. You've got to come back up. Hold it there for an inhale. Relax the shoulders. Exhale. You're coming back up again. And again, breathe in and out. Pull away from the thighs. Hold it there. Just go genie style with your arms, because then it actually makes it even harder on the tummy. Hold it there. And then breathe out to come all the way back up to sitting. Okay. Those are killers. Now you need to have a nice straight tall back. Separate your butt cheeks to get even more height. Roll your shoulders back and down. If you need to get more height through your back, then you can roll the back of your mat up like that and then just sit on it. if you feel like your back isn't straight, but that's also commonly referred to as cheating. So if you can do it without, then that's much better. Arms out in front, then pull them back, squeeze your shoulder blades together and stick your boobs out again. Take a breath in, let's get some height off your hips, and then as you breathe out, you're leaning forward. Inhale, you lift your head and your chest, look up towards the ceiling and point your arms up towards the ceiling, but try not to let the shoulders rise so the shoulders stay. Inhale, exhale, breathe in, and then drop the chin to the chest as you're breathing out and come back up to sitting again. So it's a breath in, you get the height from your top of your waist. Exhale, you lean forward. Inhale, you lift your chin and your chest. Exhale, you drop your chin back down to your chest, roll away from your thighs and come back up to sitting. 4 more, breathe in, get that height, breathe out, lean, inhale, exhale. You should be pretty familiar with these exercises by now anyway. Breathe in, it's just good to get a bit more speed going. Exhale, inhale, lift the head and the chest. Exhale, drop the chin away from the chest. Back up to sitting, last one, breathe in. Exhale, inhale, lift up. Exhale, drop the chin to the chest. Okay, straight into the saw. So the arms go out to the side, roll your shoulders back and down. You're going to breathe in to twist. Nothing from the waist down is moving. You breathe out, lean. Inhale, pull away from your thighs just a little bit. And then exhale, deepen back into the stretch, swing round and come back up to sitting. Inhale to the left. Exhale, deepen into it. Inhale, pull away from your thighs. Exhale, swing round, back to sitting. Twist round to the right. Inhale, breathe out, deepen into it. Shoulders down away from your ears. Inhale, pull away from your thighs. Exhale, back up to sitting. And again, a lot of repetition. Inhale, exhale, and cracking. Inhale, exhale, back to the center. And again, breathe in, twist, breathe out, deepen into it. Inhale, pull away from the thighs. Exhale, pelvic floor muscle, don't forget that either. Inhale, exhale, breathe in and out. 1 more each side. Breathe in, lift up off your hips. Breathe out, lean into it. Inhale, pull away from your thighs. Exhale, back to the center, last one. Breathe in, get some height as you're breathing in and twisting. Breathe out, lengthen the torso. Inhale, exhale, back to the center. Put your legs together this time. Arms up over your head. Shoulders down away from your ears. You want to get that height again up off your waist. Shoulders right down away from your ears and back behind your eye line if you can. Squeeze your knees, inner thighs and heels together. This isn't comfortable at the best of times. Breathe in, 1 breath, and then it's a double to the right, back to the center, and then to the left. Back to the center, inhale. Inhale. So you really feel it through the waist, through your back, through your legs, through your stomach, everywhere in fact. Back to the center, last one each side. Last one. Oh, and relax. Just lean forward for a bit. Feel the stretch. So we've done stomach and we have done a little bit of strengthening through the back and legs. Now's the good stuff. Now we do the bum. The bum and the thighs. So, I know you're getting excited. Anticipation. Roll onto your side, and you have to make sure that your knees are in line with your bum, and also your knees are in line with your ankles. Like imagine if you were a chair, you're pretending to be a chair, which is what we all do at the weekends. Chair leg. Okay, I think you get the picture. Then with your feet together, as you breathe in, you just open your knees away from each other like a little clam. And then breathe out. Pull your tummy back towards your spine. I'm really working the pelvic floor muscle in this position. Breathe in, tummy expands, breathe out. Pull the tummy back towards the spine. Inhale. And exhale. Breathe in and out. And again, inhale and exhale. Breathe in and out. 3 more just in this position. Make sure you're not rolling back on your hips. Last 2. So you should feel it in your butt muscle. Last 1. Okay, continuation from this. Imagine very unglamorously that you're a dog cocking its leg whilst having a pee. It's the best way to describe it. Inhale. You're being pulled by a little bit of thread. Exhale. Your foot is always staying lower than your knee. Inhale, open. Exhale. And you're never lowering your knee below hip height. Breathe in and out. Pelvic floor muscle. Don't forget to watch the bit about the old pelvic floor muscle and how it can improve your sex life. Inhale, exhale. And make sure you're not rolling back on your hip. It's really important. You're just isolating this big or not so big, depends. Everybody's butt is different. Butt muscle. Biggest muscle in the body. I've lost count. It must be about another 2. Really working tummy all the time. This last one, stay open. And imagine you're pushing something really heavy with your heel. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Foot's heavy and relaxed. 8, 9, 10. It's really beginning to hurt. Okay, now rotate your leg. This is a bit of an awkward position to get into. Foot's flexed and heels up towards the ceiling. Knees, again, not below hip height, because that's just cheating. Breathe in. And then breathe out. Push straight up. You're pushing something heavy up and away now with your heel. Nice and slow and controlled. The slower the better. 5, 6. Keep your shoulders down away from your ears. 7, 8. 2 more. 9. Last one. Keep it up there, and you're going to pulse for 10 up towards the ceiling. Something really heavy on your heel. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, if you can, straighten that leg, lengthen it, drop the big toe right down towards the floor like you've got a big brick tied to it. Take a breath in. It's at hip height again, and as you breathe out, you just, it's ever so simple. Lift your leg, and as you're extending it, as you're lifting it, you need to extend it. Inhale back down to hip height, and then exhale. Lift and extend. Make sure it's in front of your body a little bit as well. Legs beginning to shake. Keep working the pelvic floor muscle. And keep pulling tummy back towards the spine the whole time. Another 2. Last one. Hold it up there. You're going to pulse for 10. 1, 2. With your ankle. Foot is heavy down towards the floor. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Now the leg comes straight across in front, and you're going to pulse up and down for 30. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Think of something really nice. 1, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30. Ow. Okay, bring that leg across your body and straighten your underneath leg and lift it as high as you can. Flex the foot, because we're pulsing up and down now for the inner thigh for 30 on this one. Shoulders down away from your ears. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. 10 more. 1, 2, 3, 4. Using the breath. 9, 10. That must be it. I think that'll do. Take a breath in and then just let it relax. Okay, now we're going to do the other side. So regain your whatever's left of any pride that you may have, and do the same on the other side. So aligning again, make like a chair. Take a breath in, sides of the feet together. Just open at the hips. Inhale. Everybody's range of movement is going to be different as well. Exhale. Breathe in and out. In and out. Pelvic floor. Just got 4 more of these. Last 3. Really use the breath. This is a really good spot to work tummy and pelvic floor. Last one. On to the next one. Opening up glamorously. Exhale. Never go below hip height. Inhale, open. Exhale, close. Breathe in and out. One side's always harder than the other as well. I'm hoping it's not going to be this side. I really apologise to those of you who can count, because I tend to lose track. I reckon another 2. Because they're so enjoyable. And then inhale, open, and that pushing down with the heel, something really heavy. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Rotate the leg. Make sure the hip is pointing down this time. You're still at hip height. Your foot's flexed. Breathe in. And we're going up and down for 10 slowly. 1. Inhale. Exhale. 2. 3. Right up towards the ceiling. Foot's flexed. 4. Pushing something really heavy away. 5. 6. This is for the butt. And can I just tell you, it doesn't actually ever get any easier. Last one. Pulse for 10. Straighten the leg. The big toe down towards the floor. Bring the leg in front of your body again. It's like you've got a big brick attached to your toe. Imagine if anybody was going to bump you off, that's probably what they'd do. Tie something heavy to your ankle and chuck you at the bottom of the ocean. Take a breath in. Happy thoughts. Breathe out. Inhale down. Exhale. Shoulder down away from your ears. Lengthen and lift. Thighs switched on. Leading with the ankle. Oh, I've lost count again. That must be about 7, 8, 9, 10. Hold it up there, pulsing for 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Don't collapse. Bring it round in front of your body. And we're pulsing for 30. 1, 2, 3, 4. Stick your bum out a bit. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Keep the foot flexed. 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Jane Fonda, eat your heart out. 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30. Oh. Bring that leg across the body. Straighten the underneath one. Flex the foot again and pulsing up and down for 30. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 20 more. 2, 3, 5, 6, 7, 8. Just keep breathing. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, that's it. That's not it, as in it's not finished. That's it for that. For those. Now you need to stretch out your glutes. So, one leg over the other. Reach through, grab behind the knees and pull your leg in for a release. Did you know that Jane Fonda apparently had ribs removed in order to look as tiny as she did back in the day? Useless bit of information there for you. Well, that's what I was told anyway. Might just be a massive rumour. Just keep breathing. Relax the shoulders. You're nearly there. Just got back and a few push-ups and the plank to do, and then you're done. And swap over and do the other side. Push away with that bent elbow, push the bent leg away. Just keep breathing. It's good to do these up against a wall as well, actually. If you can push this leg up against a wall. All right, that's enough of the easy stuff. Now we need to do the back exercises. So you need to get onto all fours to start with. And we'll do a cat stretch first, just to lull you into a full sense of security. So knees are underneath your hips and your wrists are underneath your shoulders. And as you breathe in, you stick your bum in the air and you lift your chin up towards the ceiling. And then as you breathe out, curl your bum under, push the spine up towards the ceiling. My kids call this angry cat. And then breathe in and reverse it. You can feel stretch through the tummy as well. And it makes your voice go funny. Exhale. Push up. And breathe in. And then out. Tummy's still working. Especially on the exhale. So now you're pulling up towards your spine. Breathe in. And this exhale, you want to try and find the position where you've got a flat back. I hope that looks flat to you. It feels pretty flat to me. You're pushing up through the heel of your hands and you're lifting from your hips as well. Try and keep your head up. Little to no movement at all, preferably through your pelvis. First of all, we're just going to raise the arm. So you're going to breathe in, and as you breathe out, without moving anything, that arm comes up. So I don't care how high it goes, you want to keep the shoulder dropped and locked. And then inhale, bring it back to where you started. And then breathe out again. And you're doing the left arm. And then breathe in and bring it back to where you started. And then exhale, transferring now to the right. So it might look really simple, but actually you're having to use your tummy to keep you in position. Breathe out. Keep dropping the arm as you raise it, if that makes any sense at all. I just don't want the shoulder losing its position. Inhale down. And then exhale. Okay, just to spice it up, we're going to add the left leg in at the same time as the right arm. If that makes any sense. So, breathe in, make sure you're square. And then as you breathe out, slide that left leg out and the right arm. And don't move. Well, move a bit. but just keep breathing. Pick a spot right out in front of you to focus on. Drop the shoulders down away from the ears. Push up through the heel of the hand of that left arm. Straight leg, straight arm. Two more deep breaths. Last one. Oh, God. Inhale back in. And then breathe out. Slide that right leg out and the left arm. Again, pick a spot to focus on. Keep breathing. Push up through the heel of the hand. Try not to wobble all over the place. Oh, it is pretty hard. And come back in. And just sit back on your heels for a stretch for a second. Or two. Or a minute. Don't fall asleep though. Nearly done. Drop your shoulders down away from your ears. Keep breathing. Now you're going to lie on your tummy. And you're going to line your elbows up with your shoulders. So I imagine if I was doing an impression of a scarecrow, this is how I'd do it. Scary looking scarecrow. Okay, forehead down on the mat. From here with your shoulders, you want to roll them up. Inhale, you lift your head and your chest up as far as you can go without wanting to extend your arms. Then when you get to that point, you breathe out and then you do extend your arms. Open your chest, pull your shoulders down your back. Breathe in and you just go back down to your elbows. Breathe out, forehead back down onto the floor. Breathe in, lift your head and your chest. Breathe out, straighten your arms, drop your shoulders. And again, inhale down, exhale, forehead. Keep the shoulders rolled back all the time though. Breathe in, lift your chin and your chest, exhale. Your feet stay on the floor for this one. Inhale down. It's just your back that you're working. Exhale. Breathe in. And out. Extend your arms. Back down to your elbows on the inhale. And out. One more. Breathe in. And out. Back down on the inhale. Just to elbows. And then forehead. Sit back for another stretch. I'm good to you, really. Even when you're stretching, make sure that your shoulders aren't rammed up round by your ears. And keep them down away from your ears the whole time. Okay, so I reckon now, push-ups and plank, and then that's it. Now, you can either do girly push-ups, which there are nothing wrong with girly push-ups, I might add. So you're in this position, your hips are down towards the ground. There's no use doing it like that with your butt in the air because that's not going to do anything. So your hips are going to be dropped down towards the floor. You breathe in, and as you exhale, you come back up. Inhale and your arms go out to the side, exhale and you come back up. We're going to do combination. That's what we're going to do. We're going to do combination. We're going to do 5 girly ones and then 5 man push-ups. So that was 2. Inhale down. Exhale. Push up. 3. 4. Last one. 5. Now if you really can't do man ones, then just do another 5 girly ones. But if you can do the man ones, 1. 2, 3, 4, last one, 5. Okay, you get another stretch, only because I need it. Sit back again. don't think Joseph Pilates actually invented the push-ups. It doesn't do any harm to chuck them in though. And now for the plank. I'm not actually giving you a choice with this. You're going to do it my way. Elbows. Oh, I usually have my stopwatch here, so I'm going to have to just guess for a minute. I'm going to guess for a minute how long that is. And again, you need to make sure that you have got a straight back. Hips are down and your elbows underneath your shoulders. Lift your head. You're just breathing into tummy. If it starts to pull your back or pull in your lower back, then stop. Because that's not a good sign. And when I say stop, you can just literally lower your knees down to the ground. Keep breathing. I am really... Doesn't hurt, it's really easy. Really easy, I could do this for hours, days, even weeks. Somebody did do this for half an hour? No, longer, 2 hours. Something ridiculous. Maybe that's a minute. Can that be a minute? That'll be a minute. Drop your knees down and sit back for a stretch. And then just to finish, you come up onto the balls of your feet, tuck your chin into your chest again, take a breath in, and then as you exhale, put your heels down, stick your bum in the air, and then just slowly roll back up. You might not need that soft bend in your knees anymore because you're probably a bit more warmed up. Take a breath in, and then exhale. Roll all the way down, nice and slowly. Breathe in at the bottom, and then exhale. Restack the spine and the shoulders. And that's it, you're done. Now, who doesn't want a better, longer, more enjoyable sex life? And if I told you that by doing just a few pelvic floor muscle exercises every day, you could be well on your way to fulfilling that dream, let me explain in a bit more detail. You may not believe this, but there is a survey out there called the Orgasm Survey where nearly 5,000 women have taken part in answering questions relating to their sex life, and apparently most of them are not getting the kind of orgasms they deserve. The ones, however, who bother to exercise their pelvic floor claim to experience significant improvements in their sex lives and in the frequency and intensity of their vaginal orgasms. The key finding is the unequivocal evidence that a strong pelvic floor is key to a better sex life and plays a major role in the ability to achieve orgasm. The pelvic floor is one of the most under-exercised muscles in the body. Lack of effective exercise, childbirth and menopause mean that there's often a lack of sufficient contact between the vaginal wall and the penis, so your G-spot doesn't get the stimulation it needs. Exercising the pelvic floor develops a much greater awareness of the pelvic floor, the vaginal walls and the G-spot, and builds the neural pathways between the brain and the vagina that lead to more frequent orgasms of greater intensity. Improving the pelvic floor muscle tone means you become more aware of your muscles and can contract your vagina at will to squeeze your partner during intercourse, and this benefits both of you. The importance of the pelvic floor and the use of pelvic floor training to improve orgasm was first publicised following clinical trials way back in 1952 by Arnold Kegel. He said, "Sexual feeling within the vagina is closely related to muscle tone and can be improved through muscle education and resistive exercise." 78 of 123 women complaining explicitly of sexual deficits achieved orgasm following the training. Sadly, through no fault of their own, most women don't know how to exercise this muscle correctly and confidently. So, I'm going to attempt to explain as clearly and as explicitly as I can how to work the pelvic floor muscle properly. So the easiest way to find the pelvic floor is to stop your flow of wee the next time you're on the loo. Really, that's basically the easiest way to do it. But another way to find the muscles is by imagining you're trying to pick up a pea with a straw that is just tucked up inside your vagina. Probably not your normal Friday night sport, but effective for this purpose nonetheless. Try not to squeeze your bum or your tummy while you're doing it though, because you're actually attempting to draw in and lift up the vaginal and bum muscles. So now, while you're doing that, squeeze the muscles as tight as you can for a couple of seconds. I'll do it with you. And then relax. Keep going if you can, and count how many Kegels you can comfortably do in a row. And that's your base level. You can use it to measure your progress if you want. And if you only managed a few, then that's how many you should try to do each time you practice.